From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Today, a battle out of the AFC between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Savor them while you can, football fans. Just 2 weeks left in our regular season as we get underway in Week 17. Doesn't like what he sees, so we got a touchback. They're going to begin this drive at the 35-yard line. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Set, go.
They'll run here with Amari on Hampton. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Wide 80. Wide 80.
Back to Hampton. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here, and it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
On 3rd down, Herbert gets it downfield, on target to Gatson. And he's down to almost, nope, actually going to give him the 30 here. Excellent pickup to move the chains, 36 yards at the end. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
80. Set.
Hampton gets the handoff. This is ahead for about 5. Kevin fired there to bring him down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Set. Ready.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Brought in close to the 8. That is a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. George Pickens the touchdown. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders nothing. Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Again, this is Alabi. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate, training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this 1st quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
I call that a table setter right there. Table setter for yourself as a team in that huddle, gaining confidence on the ground, and you know that's going to set the table for some great play-action pass to come.
And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
On the ground, it's Laube again. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. That was B.J. Ojulari on the stop.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Chargers sending out a dime look here ahead of this third down. Here he is on 3rd and short. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now they're left with 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I think sometimes you hear 4th and 2 and it sounds like it's short. But what if I said 4th and 6 feet? That's a little bit more, and it takes a surge just like that to get it done.
Shotgun handoff to Laube. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Shotgun snap to Smith. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. And dose of the hurry up here. Laube can't break past that line. They stop him at the 3. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
With the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Complete on the option. Touchdown, Vegas. The Raiders finish off their opening drive. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
That one right down the middle. And the Raiders respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Ready.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
Ray.
1st and 10, here's Herbert. Caught quickly on the slant. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now. But will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20.
Delta. Hut. Crowd right, crowd right, crowd right. Go.
Herbert from the gun. Into the hands of Gadsden. Complete. Rolling into enemy territory. And he is down to the 30-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Both teams neck and neck so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Charger football. They have second down behind the sticks. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one's complete. Amari on Hampton. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Set. 180. Run. What is it?
Again, it's Hampton. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's Pickens with a catch outright. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this.
21. Home trips right. Ready.
Herbert throwing on 4th down. Brings it in. And he's not going to get to the end zone. The stop is made in time at the 2, but hey, 4 more chances coming. They've got a 1st and goal.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes throwing in the double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
He runs it across. Touchdown! The Chargers take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Now the give to Laube. Dodges another stop. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. A pickup of 17. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
One play in, Brock and his drive is already in enemy territory.
Hey, here we go.
First down, and they go right back to it. And he's going to have this one down to the 37. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
You know what I call that play, Kate? I call that a confidence injector. It just injects belief in that O-line, that running back, and most importantly, that play caller knowing he can call a run, and he can get a first down, too.
We've set it downs from 37. They'll run here on first down. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Smith. Nothing doing there as the second down pass falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him, but still plenty of options left on 3rd and short.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Laube. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First down, Las Vegas.
Sticking with Laube here. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Here we go.
Inside handoff goes to Laube. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Couldn't manage even a yard on that run, so now it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More football from SoFi in just a moment. On 4th down and 5, the offense staying out there. And go play fake here with Smith. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this one never had a chance. Between the pressure right there in his face and the coverage downfield, quarterback still should have at least thrown it up there and given somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Going with a screen to Hampton. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, well, that defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn has got it.
They'll take over first down 10 at the 19-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense is set. 1st and 10. From the gun, Smith. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Kader Kohou.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Herbert on first down. Hauled in by Gray. And he's going to be sent out of bounds just after he crosses the 35. A gain of 26 yards there. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Absolutely fires this one right side. He's got it at the 30. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA! The Chargers grow their lead just before halftime. George Pickens the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers double their lead to 14.
Raiders 7. Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Dylan Laube on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Laube. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with 2nd and 1.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. We got a flag down. Think this might be a hold, partner. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Smith to the air now. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go. Try getting that one to Brock Bowers. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Here's Laube. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Smith setting the throw. That's Evans making the catch outright. Finds a little room there, gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front needed to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. A give to Laube. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. So from a mile away, they'll send out the field goal unit to take a shot at this one. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that gets him back to within 11. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Starting starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Smith. Grabs by Besh, left side. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's a Vegas first down. Here's Laube on the carry. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. A play fake. Now Smith to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way. And that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When nothing opens up, that becomes a pretty clear throwaway spot. I mean, that is textbook throwaway spot right there, Kate. Get outside the box, chuck it into the 3rd row, and avoid exactly what happened right there. Because now 3rd down is so much harder.
Defense gunning for a stop here. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Finds a seam down the middle. And this one won't get there. It looked good, but the stop is made just before he could get the first. It's Laube on the carry. And they make the stop, we're going to say, at about the 37-yard line. He only finds a window for 2, but that's still enough for a first down.
Well, I know everybody on that offensive side of the ball appreciates that kind of effort. Got it by more than just a couple of inches. In fact, no need for a measurement on that as they move the chains.
We've set it down from 37. Going to the ground again on first. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they'd have a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Shotgun snap to Smith. And back-to-back passes that should have been intercepted. 2 great chances to take it away. Both of them dropped, Brock, and now they stay out there for 3rd down.
Yikes. As that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation. It's just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
Maybe a little rattled after that near interception. Let's see how he plays this on 3rd and long. Now Laube. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Here we go.
First down, Raiders.
Throwing is Smith. That's him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8, 2nd down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook is wide open.
Hauled in. Again, it's Bowers. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Quick throw left side, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Set. Go. Set.
Here's Herbert. Going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Couldn't get it to Oronde Gadsden the second. So second down coming up. Well, he already has himself one interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Herbert from the gun. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Let's go, let's go. Ready.
1st and 10, Herbert. He smartly won't risk anything here. Just chucks this away.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Jeremy Chin on the cover.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
Set. Go.
Now Herbert again. He finds his man, Gray. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Set. 380. Delta. Hey, Ray. Hey, easy. We'll go orange. Baylor tight. Set.
Herbert throwing again. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. George Pickens, the intended target. So that brings up 2nd down.
Cameron Richardson.
Set. 380.
It's Herbert once more. Flushed out of the pocket. Big man showing up the yards. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers hold an 11-point advantage. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Blitz coming for Smith. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Raiders are going to have the 1st down. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory. the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he put some nice toppings on it. Play action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now Smith. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
It looks like he gained about 3 yards. It's also going to bring up 3rd down. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's Raiders football, and they'll need to get to work. They're trailing here late. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Here we go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Besh hauls it in. He makes the catch, but is hit before he can get that 1st down. They say he's maybe a yard short.
But it brings up 4th down.
Desperation time here. That finds Besh, complete. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
They'll try and punch it in. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Here's another 4-out. And this time the defense rallies too, and he's stopped for a loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders now within 1 score in the 4th. That's up and through for the point after. And the Raiders trim the deficit down to 5. So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Here's Hampton to open the drive. He's going to lose a yard here. Defense there to force him out behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
Hey, Kappa. Tommy took right. Hey. Ready.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That's incomplete on 2nd down.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down.
Set.
Throw here, 3rd down. Put the body on the line for his team. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. We've set it downs from 37.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Kappa. Hey, ram.
Herbert to throw once more. Completes this one to Gray. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
He's got it in the red zone. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. A pickup of 17. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
That's another Chargers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to Hampton. He surges ahead for 5. Make it 2nd down.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. He got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd.
Wide 80 hot. Set.
Right up the gut. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
Now run with Hampton. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Chargers with a 5-point lead. Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal.
Set. Let's go. 380. Motion. Change.
They're going to pass it here. And Willie, no, he's not going to escape. They take him down on a pivotal play late in this ball game. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
Okay, it's 3 more on the scoreboard, but both sides really know it's all about one possession here in the fourth quarter when it really matters.
Tucker now on the return. Making some progress here. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go.
From the gun, they're going to hand it off. They're backed up. Not the stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. Back to throw. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And now the Raiders call for the first of their timeouts. Here he is to throw. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Brought in inside the 20. The timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Finds him on the crossing route. And it's not over yet for football fans. He scores, and now a 2-point conversion will force overtime. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it.
And the conversion is good. He's into the end zone. Oh, looks like we may be headed for overtime. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. He'll look to throw it. To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Set. 80. Ground. Go.
Setting up to pass. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! Picked off by Darian Porter.
Intercepted by the Raiders. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. So the rookie getting a chance at a signature moment here in his first season. And with 2 seconds remaining in our contest, we're going to see what both teams decide to do with this final play. The entire game now resting on the right foot of this kicker. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. It has the distance, and it's on target. It's good! And they've taken back the lead. So put this in the win column for the Raiders. And with overtime in their back pocket.